Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Alright, as promised, I will send out today part 2 of the video. So we just got through with Earth. And let's see, Mercury and Venus, I believe. Well, if Venus comes up again, I'll know that I've forgotten. But Mercury, I know, is the one that has all the craters in it. Very hot planet, but so is the one next to it. And then there was us, of course, and we get all the fun stuff because we're Earth and we're the most habitable planet, the blue rock. And so, well, the blue orb. So now we're going to move on. So Earth is a fantastic place, very mountainous. We have oxygen, we have water, it's just a terrarium. I don't know if you've ever seen a terrarium. I used to have one. I accidentally didn't take care of it very well, and everything in it died. But Earth is a much more sustainable terrarium and actually habits all sorts of different creatures, and it's amazing the amount of life that we have here, which makes us know that there's got to be life on other planets as well. I mean, we can't be the only one solar system and one that gets, everything that it needs this way in such a vast expanse of the universe. But what is our next venture? Our next venture is the next planet. Earth's next venture is what we want. I mean, we've gone to the moon. Some people don't believe it, say it's a hoax, say that it was all filmed. I think maybe at some point it did. Some people don't even believe that Elon Musk and people have actually gone to space. Let's a comedian do a bit on it, and it was actually a pretty good bit. But let's move on. All right, so next is Mars. But it's cold, a desert-like place covered in dust, and that's it's quite a distance from us. But the dust is made of iron oxides, giving the planet its red, because they call it the red planet. But it does share some similarities with Earth. It's rocky, it has mountains, valleys, and canyons, and the storm systems ranging from localized storms to dust devils to planet-engulfing dust storms. So certain scientific evidence suggests that Mars, at one point, billions of years ago, was a much warmer, wetter world. Rivers and maybe even oceans existed. Although Mars's atmosphere is too thin for liquid water to exist on the surface for any length of time, remnants of that wetter Mars still exist today. Sheets of water ice the size of California lie beneath Mars' surface. So underneath Mars, I don't know, there's some tapping resources maybe if people drilled. I'm not a big fan of drilling, but drill, get some water coming up. I mean, California is big. But like sheets of water the size of California, so that's in different places. And at both poles are ice caps made in part of frozen water. In July 2018, scientists revealed that they found evidence of a liquid lake beneath the surface of the southern pole's ice cap. It's the first example of a persistent body of water on the red planet. So there is water there, and oxygen. So, is it for us to invade? I don't know. If you really like southern Utah, I think that might be the planet for you. A discovery known to the ancient Greeks and visible to the naked eye, the red planet, named for the Roman god of war. Mars was the Roman god of war. Diameter is 4,217 miles, as opposed to Earth, which is 7,000. Okay, so Mars is much smaller than Earth. Probably has a lot to do with why it's so dust-filled. And day, just one more day than Earth, 24 hours and about 37 minutes to go around the sun. Scientists also think ancient Mars would have had the conditions to support life like bacteria and other microbes. Hope that signs of this past life and the possibility of even current life forms may exist on the red planet has driven numerous space exploration missions to Mars and is now one of the most explored planets in the solar system because it's the closest and the most hospitable. Alright, Jupiter is our next, and it is the most massive planet in our solar system. Twice as massive as a lot of things combined. So, Jupiter is also seen. That's about all we know about Jupiter. You can see it from the is observable to the ancient Greeks. This part cut off. But Jupiter, I forget. Jupiter was the god of. Give me a moment, I gotta know. Got it. Sorry, so Jupiter's a god of sky and thunder. But he was like an ancient ruler of the Roman gods. Diameter, big. 86,881 miles. Dang. Whoa, that's huge. Huge. And the orbit takes about, to go around the sun, takes 11.9 Earth years. Completely orbit. And then day, 9.8 Earth hours. It's not too bad. And a major feature in the swirling clouds is the Great Red Spot, a giant storm more than 10,000 miles wide. It has raged at more than 400 miles for the last 150 years. At least Jupiter has a strong magnetic field, and with 75 moons, it looks like a bit of a miniature solar system. 75 moons. That's a huge planet, and it's that magnetic field is trapping all of those moons to orbit it. That'd be beautiful. All right, our next planet. This is the one that I would always want to see. I know it's not habitable. Habitable might also be a word. But this one. Let's see, I love the ring around it. It kind of looks like one of those, either those suckers or one of those candies that the jawbreakers is what they're called. And the sixth planet from the sun, Saturn, is known for its ring. And when the polymath Galileo Galilei first studied Saturn in the early 1600s, he thought that there was an object with three parts, a planet and two large moons on either side. So it was also visible to the ancient Greeks and visible to the naked eye. Roman god of agriculture. And it's about 120,500 kilometers in diameter. So it's not that big. So it's a planet of ice and rock, and scientists are not sure how they have formed. The gaseous planet is mostly hydrogen and helium and has numerous moons. I don't think it's as many as 75s though. But I think it's beautiful. Okay, the next one. So the seventh planet from the sun, Uranus, is an oddball. It has clouds made of hydrogen sulfide, the same chemical that makes rotten eggs smell so foul. Okay, there's a joke there, and I'm just not going to touch it. It rotates from east to west like Venus, but unlike any other planet, its equator is nearly at right angles to its orbit. It basically orbits on its side. So, yeah, kind of. Whereas, you see Jupiter going like this is going like this. And I wonder if them being next to each other affects that at all. Some sort of competition. So, discovery was in 1781 by William Herschel. It was originally thought to be a star, named by the personification of the heaven in ancient myth, and it's about 31,763 miles in diameter. So it's about twice the size of Earth. Roughly 4 billion years ago, causing an object. The reason I was wrong. So the reason it rotates the way it does was an object the size of Earth collided with it roughly 4 billion years ago, causing Uranus to tilt. Oh, so now it's interesting. So since it hit that, it doesn't have natural poles. So it's hitting, the sun beats down on one pole or the other for 84 Earth years at a time. So it'll hit and then it rotates around, starts to hit the other side. And then so one freezes, one warms up. So it's, in a way, it's kind of, I don't know. It seems like it balances itself that way. That's interesting. So the later, it has about 27 moons, and it's mostly consisted of methane. And it has a blue-green tint, and also has 13 sets of faint rings. Okay, give me one moment. I gotta make a quick call. Okay, so the 8th planet from the Sun, Neptune, is about the size of Uranus and is known for supersonic strong winds. Neptune is far out and cold. So, of course, the further out you get from the Sun, the colder it's going to get. Discovery, 1846. Doesn't even say who discovered it. Named for the Roman god of water. Yeah, Neptune is, with the trident. Diameter, about 30,775 miles. Orbit, 165 Earth years, and in a day, 19 Earth hours. Alright, German astronomer John Gally used calculations to help find Neptune in a telescope. Neptune is about 17 times as massive as Earth and has a rocky core. And it says, according, there's something strange going on inside Neptune. So, I don't know. Okay, and once. So for those of you who are saying that Pluto is a planet, remember I said at the beginning, it is not. It is a dwarf planet. It's not a planet. It is a dwarf planet. So once the 9th planet from the Sun, Pluto is unlike other planets in many respects. So it was discovered in 1930 by Claude Tombaugh, named for the Roman god of the underworld, Hades. Hating on Hades. It's pretty small, 1,430 miles in diameter. Orbit, 248 Earth days. So it is smaller than Earth's moon, but still bigger than Mercury. I'm guessing. Actually, no, it's not considered a planet. Doesn't matter. It's dwarf. Just kidding. It's still awesome. Pluto's cute. But it's like a moon. Dwarf planet. It's not small enough to be a moon, and it has more to it. Magnetically, it's not a meteor. But its orbit is highly elliptical, falling inside Neptune's orbit at some points and far beyond it at others. I bet. And Pluto's orbit doesn't fall in the same plane as all the other planets. Instead, it orbits 17.1 degrees above or below. From 1979 till early 1999, Pluto had actually been the 8th planet from the Sun. Then, on February 11th, 1999, they crossed Neptune's path and once again became the solar system's most distant planet, until it was redefined as a dwarf planet. It's a cold, rocky world with a tenuous atmosphere. Tenuous, just a little bit. Okay, I'll be quiet. So, Pluto is a very active ice world that is covered in glaciers, mountains of icy water, icy dunes, and possibly even cryovolcanoes that erupt icy lava made of water, methane, or ammonia. That's a science experiment right now. I want to see someone do a cryovolcano. Cryo, like volcano. It could be. So, a cryovolcano that erupts icy lava made of water, methane, or ammonia. Dude, I want to see that so bad. Alright, now, Planet 9. Dun, dun, dun. So in 2016, researchers proposed the possible existence of a 9th planet, for now dubbed Planet 9, or Planet X. The planet is estimated to be about 10 times the mass of Earth and to orbit the Sun between 300,000 times farther than the orbit of the Earth. Scientists have not actually seen Planet 9. They infer its existence, which they're guessing, like this is from all their calculations, by its gravitational effects on other objects in the Kuiper Belt, a region at the fringe of our solar system that are home to icy rocks left over from the birth of the solar system. Also called trans-Neptunian objects. So, that Planet 9, so a lot of people believe it's just based on mathematical studies. Most recently in 2019, Planet 9 might not be a planet at all. Instead, people said that it could be a primordial black hole that formed soon after the Big Bang. Ooh, cool. That our solar system later captured, according to Newsweek. Unlike black holes that form from the collapse of giant stars, primordial black holes are thought to have formed from gravitational perturbations less than a second after the Big Bang. And this one would be so small, 5 centimeters in diameter, that it would be challenging to detect. Wow. Alright, so anybody want to do some research on Planet 9? Somebody will get you in and out version. Anyway, last thing, shout out to the Jazz. Killed the Warriors last night. Boom. Love it. And anyway, sorry. Good job, Warriors. You're still like a number 2 and Jazz are 4th, so, you're still beating us pretty good. But anyway, have a great day, and I will see you all later on. Ciao for now. Bye, my friends.